Let me speak now of a ship of splendor, whose image for years haunted me and made me write. All day they loitered by the resting ships, telling their beauties over, taking stock. At night the verdict left my messmates' lips. The Wanderer is the finest ship in dock. Perhaps tomorrow you will see her sail. She sails at sunrise. But the morrow showed no wanderer setting forth for me to hail. Far down the stream men pointed where she rode. Soon even her masts were hidden in the haze. Beyond the city she was on her course to trample billows for 100 days. That afternoon the norther gathered force, blowing a small snow from a point of east. Oh, fair for her, we said, to take her south. And in our spirits, as the wind increased, we saw her there beyond the river mouth, setting her sidelights in the wildering dark to glint upon mad water, while the gale roared like a battle, snapping like a shark, and drunken seamen struggled with the sail, while with sick hearts her mates put out of mind their little children left astern, ashore, and the gale's gathering made the darkness blind, water and air one intermingled roar. Then we forgot her, for the fiddlers played, dancing and singing held our merry crew. Our old ship moaned a little as she swayed. It blew that night, oh, bitter hard it blew, so that at midnight I was called on deck to keep an anchor watch. I heard the sea roar past in white procession filled with wreck. Intense bright frosty stars burned over me, and like a never-dying force the wind roared till we shouted with it, roared until its vast vitality of wrath was thinned, had beat its fury breathless, and was still. By dawn the gale had dwindled into flow. A glorious morning followed. With my friend I climbed the forecastle head to see. We saw the waters hurrying shorewards without end. And as we watched, there came a rush of feet charging the forecastle till the hatchway shook. Men all about us thrust their way or beat, crying, "The Wanderer! Down the river! Look!" I looked with them towards the dimness. There gleamed like a spirit striding out of night a full-rigged ship, unutterably fair, her masts like trees in winter, frosty bright. "So she is putting back again," I said. "How white with frost her yards are on the fore." One of the men about me answer made, "That isn't frost, but all her sails are torn into tatters, youngster, in the gale. Her best foul-weather suit gone." It was true. Her masts were white with rags of tattered sail, many as gannets when the fish are due. Beauty in desolation was her pride, her crowned array a glory that had been. She faltered towards us like a swan that died, but although ruined, she was still a queen. "Put back with all her sails gone," went the word. Then, as her signal showed, our clamours stilled. The nature of her ruin could be heard. Her 3 topgallants wrecked, her captain killed. She passed the dock upon the top of flood. An old man near me shook his head and swore. Like a bad woman, she has tasted blood. There'll be no trusting in her anymore. But to myself, like one who had a plan, beyond the pitch of common minds she sailed, mocked and deserted by the common man, made half divine to me for having failed. Adventure on, companions, for this is God's most greatest gift, the thing that is. Take it, although it lead to the abyss. Go forth to seek. The quarry never found is still a fever to the questing hound. The skyline is a promise, not a bound. Therefore, go forth, companions, when you find no highway more, no track, all being blind. A way to go will glimmer in your mind. Though you have conquered earth and charted sea, and planned the courses of all stars that be, adventure on, more wonders are in thee. Adventure on, for from the littlest clue has come whatever worth man ever knew. The next to lighten all men may be you. Adventure on, and if you suffer, swear that the next venturer shall have less to bear. Your way will be retrodden, make it fair. Think, though you thunder on in might, in pride, others may follow fainting without guide. Burn out a trackway for them, blaze it wide. What though your gleam be but a feeble one? Go on, the man behind you may have none. Even the dimmest gleam is from the sun. Oh, tranquil is the mirror of the bay, empty the anchorage from shore to shore. A seagull rides the water where she lay. The ships are gone, they come not any more. Smoke rises from the town, not any noise, save from the gulls that mew about the pier. The shadows in the water stand at poise, all different from the day when she was here. For she was here when the tumultuous waste roared on this granite coast for days together, and billows rode the channel and a crest, while all the hurt swans sheltered from the weather, and maddened water seethed along her sides. Here in this quiet where the seagull rides. Dream after dream, I see the wrecks that lie, unknown of man, unmarked upon the charts, known of the flatfish with the withered eye, and seen by women in their aching hearts. Worldwide the scattering is of those fair ships that trod the billow tops till out of sight. The cuttle mumbles them with horny lips, the shells of the sea insects crust them white. In silence and in dimness and in greenness, among the indistinct and leathery leaves of fruitless life, they lie among the cleanness. Fish glide and flit, slow under movement heaves, but no sound penetrates, not even the lunge of live ships passing, nor the gannet's plunge. When first the thought of you took steel, I could not know, I could not feel. When first you thundered down the slip, what more? I hadn't seen a ship. When rigours crowned you with your pride, I trod a sunburnt countryside, in cider time by apple trees, in stubble after partridges, 100 miles perhaps from where those now dead sailors made you fair. I could not know, but by some law, you were the first great ship I saw. Unwitting had I but known, I would have searched you to the bone. I saw you in disaster then. I sided with you against men, for beauty, not success, endures. I saw that queenly soul of yours. Angels with silver trumpets blew the song of glory that was you. They were the self men did not see behind those ranks of misery. Out of all death, out of all dream, I help your spirit to go gleam. And you, unutterably fair, shine on my mind sea everywhere. We two were subtlier linked than most by thrilling atoms of the ghost, and shall perhaps be still anon in wondering and wandering on, from whence none knows to where none knows, save from the gas world to the rose, and from the rose to man, and thence to spirit that has beaten sense, to that can annihilate, to life all death, to light all fate, where all is spirit, spark and spur, magnificence and minister, to wanderer and wanderer. And now farewell, sea wandering bird, whose flight I watched, whose call I heard. The time has come for the last touch, for the last word. You, with the transitory grace that gaps steel limbs a little space, have wandered on, away into another place. I that have flesh shall follow soon, as life commands death pipes a tune, to change elsewhere, or here on earth beneath the moon. However changed upon the chain, your shape and mine will meet again. When ship meets ship, sea wanderer, the colours dip. The hidden then may be made plain.